Hello and welcome back, everyone. We're excited to have you with us for the start of a brand new journey on the A to Z English Pod. I'm John, and today we're diving into the essential building blocks of English grammar. This is the foundation you need to construct clear, correct, and confident English sentences.
Hi everyone, it's Sarah. Like John mentioned, we're starting a new series that focuses on the fundamentals of English grammar. Throughout this series, we'll cover everything from basic sentence structures to more complex grammar rules, helping you strengthen your language skills step by step. So, if you're ready to build a solid grammar foundation, let's get started.
1. What is grammar and why is it important? To kick things off, let's talk about what grammar is and why it's so crucial for mastering any language, especially English. Grammar is essentially the set of rules that govern how we form sentences. It helps us organize our words so we can communicate clearly.
Exactly, John. Without grammar, our sentences would be confusing and unclear. Think of grammar as the blueprint for building a house. Just like you need a solid structure to hold up a house, you need strong grammar skills to build clear and meaningful sentences in English.
And the great thing about grammar is that once you have a good grasp of it, you can express yourself with confidence. Whether you're speaking, writing, or even listening, understanding grammar helps you follow along and engage with others more effectively.
2. The basic parts of speech. Now, before we dive into more advanced topics, let's review the basic building blocks of English grammar, the parts of speech. There are 8 parts of speech in English: nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections.
That's right. Let's break them down briefly. Nouns are words that name people, places, things, or ideas. For example, dog, city, and happiness. Pronouns replace nouns. Common examples are he, she, it, and they. Verbs are action words like run, speak, or is. Adjectives describe nouns such as big, blue, or fast. Adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. Words like quickly or very fall into this category. Prepositions show relationships between nouns or pronouns and other words in a sentence. Examples include in, on, and under. Conjunctions connect words, phrases, or clauses. And, but, and because are common examples. Interjections are words used to express emotion like wow or oops.
These parts of speech are the foundation of every English sentence. Once you understand how to use them, you'll be able to create a variety of sentence types with ease.
3. Understanding basic sentence structure. Now that we've reviewed the parts of speech, let's talk about sentence structure. The most basic sentence in English is made up of a subject and a verb.
The subject is the person or thing doing the action, and the verb is the action itself. For example, in the sentence, she runs, she is the subject, and runs is the verb.
Simple, right? But as you get more comfortable, you'll start adding more elements to your sentences. For example, you can add objects to show what the action is happening to. In the sentence, she runs the race is the object of the verb runs.
Yes, and don't forget about modifiers like adjectives and adverbs. These help add more detail to your sentences. For example, she quickly runs the long race. Here, quickly is an adverb that modifies runs, and long is an adjective that describes race.
4th, simple versus compound sentences. Now that we've got the basics down, let's talk about sentence variety. One of the easiest ways to add complexity to your writing is by using compound sentences.
A compound sentence is made up of 2 or more independent clauses, connected by a conjunction like and, but, or so. For example, I went to the store and I bought some milk.
In this sentence, I went to the store and I bought some milk are both independent clauses. They could stand alone as separate sentences. But when you combine them with and, you get a more complex sentence.
Compound sentences are a great way to make your writing more interesting and varied. Just remember to use conjunctions correctly, and don't overuse them. Too many compound sentences can make your writing feel cluttered.
5. Common grammar mistakes and how to avoid them. Now, let's talk about some common grammar mistakes that English learners often make. One of the biggest challenges is subject-verb agreement, making sure that the verb matches the subject in both number and tense.
Yes, for example, you wouldn't say, he go to the store. You would say, he goes to the store because he is singular, so the verb needs to be singular as well.
Another common mistake is using the wrong verb tense. Make sure your verbs are in the correct tense for the situation. If you're talking about something that happened in the past, use the past tense. I walked to the park, not I walked to the park.
Also, watch out for word order in questions. In English, the subject usually comes after the verb in a question. For example, instead of saying, you're coming, you should say, are you coming?
6. The importance of practice and consistency. The key to mastering grammar is practice. Just like learning any new skill, the more you practice, the better you'll get. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn.
Absolutely. Try to practice your grammar in different ways, whether it's writing, speaking, or even reading. The more exposure you have to correct grammar, the more natural it will become for you to use it in your own communication.
And don't forget about consistency. Make grammar practice a part of your daily routine, even if it's just for a few minutes. Over time, you'll see significant improvements.
7. Fun ways to improve your grammar. Learning grammar doesn't have to be boring. There are plenty of fun ways to improve your skills. For example, you can play grammar games online, take quizzes, or even watch TV shows and movies with subtitles to see how grammar is used in real conversations.
Another great tip is to keep a grammar journal. Write down any grammar rules or new sentence structures you learn and review them regularly. You can also write short paragraphs using those rules to reinforce your understanding.
And don't forget to read. Reading books, articles, or even social media posts can help you see grammar in action and give you ideas for how to use it in your own writing.
Conclusion. That's all we have for today's episode on building a strong foundation in English grammar. We hope this gives you the tools you need to start improving your grammar and building more confident, accurate sentences.
Remember, grammar is the backbone of language, so don't rush through it. Take your time, practice consistently, and you'll see improvement.
Thanks for joining us today. In our next episode, we'll dive deeper into specific grammar rules, focusing on verb tenses and how to use them correctly.
Until next time, keep practicing and stay motivated. Goodbye for now.